Picture this. You are standing in a neon-lit Japanese liquor shop. You are surrounded by hundreds of bottles you can't read, except for two tiny numbers, +5 and -2. You grab the +5. You expect a crisp, bone-dry finish, but you take a sip, and it is a syrupy sugar bomb. Stop guessing. You have just fallen into the most common numbers trap in the sake world. The biggest myth is this: one number tells the whole story. As a scientific auditor, I am here to debug the label for you. If you ignore the chemical balance, you will keep wasting your money. You will end up with sake that feels too heavy or unpleasantly sour. By the end of this video, you will have X-ray vision for labels. You will predict the flavor. Before the cap even clicks open, I am Rakuda, a certified sake sommelier and a pharmacist. I combine clinical precision with professional tasting to find your safe way to enjoy sake. Stop the guesswork. It's time to audit the 3 magic numbers hidden on that back label. These are not random digits. They are precise data points: density, acidity, and amino acid level. Think of them as the chemical DNA of the flavor profile. Quick audit note: treat these as navigational clues, not absolute laws. Breweries may measure or label differently, depending on their internal standards. In simple words, these metrics reveal the weight and architecture of the taste before you even break the seal. To help you decide fast and safe, I've established 3 core rules. Rule 1. Use the sake meter value, SMV, as your density gauge. Rule 2. Use acidity to find the structural balance against sweetness. Rule 3. Use amino acids to judge the savory richness. Follow these, and your sake shopping becomes a precise science, not a high-stakes gamble. Rule 1. The density audit. SMV. Rule 1. Treat the sake meter value, SMV, as a relative density clue. Most people in Japan call this nahonshu-do. Have you ever felt confused when a plus number tastes sweet? This happens because SMV reflects specific gravity, not just sugar. It measures the combined effect of sugar and alcohol. If the sake has more sugar, it is heavier than water. This shows as a minus number on the meter. If the sake has more alcohol, it is lighter than water. This shows as a plus number on the meter. Auditor's insight: SMV is direction, not destiny. A fruity aroma or low acidity can make a plus SMV feel surprisingly sweet. One visual: the density map. It shows if the sake is light or heavy, like a scale. The field audit: putting numbers into practice. Let's see how these data points translate into real-world decisions. 2 quick cases. Example 1. Liam is ordering sushi. He wants a crisp, dry profile. He scans the label for an SMV of +6 or higher. He wants the liquid light enough to match delicate fish. Example 2. Elena wants a rich, dessert-like finish after her meal. She ignores the positive numbers. She targets an SMV of -20. That signals a heavier, sugar-leaning density. The auditor's verdict: SMV is direction, not destiny. As a pharmacist and sake sommelier, I must warn you, do not let a single number override your senses. A fruity aroma or low acidity can trick your brain. A plus SMV can still feel surprisingly sweet. Your safe action plan: to avoid a bad pick, follow this calibrated approach. Safe default. If you are unsure, start in the 0 to +3 range. This is the neutral middle ground. Then adjust using acidity. The pro phrase: at a shop or restaurant, say this: I am looking for a dry style with high SMV. Immediate audit: check 1 bottle in your fridge right now. Find the SMV number, then taste it. Does it match your new density expectation? Rule 2. The structural audit. Acidity. Rule 2. Use acidity as the primary balance against sweetness. If SMV is the body of the sake, think of acidity as the skeleton of the taste. Without structural acidity, sake can taste flat, heavy, or one-dimensional, like simple sugar water. Acid provides the architecture. It makes the finish crisp. It refreshes your palate for the next sip. The balance mechanism. As a pharmacist, I look at how these components interact. The counterbalance: high acidity can mask the heavy sweetness of a -SMV bottle. The softening effect: low acidity can make even a high SMV bottle feel soft and approachable. The AB audit: choosing your finish. Depending on your goal tonight, you have 2 paths. Option A: high acidity, the sharp choice. Perception: sharp, vibrant, refreshing. When to pick? Choose this. for a high-definition, crisp finish. Option B, low acidity. The gentle choice. Perception. Soft, rounded, gentle. When to pick? Choose this for a smooth, mellow taste. The auditor's verdict. Acid is the reset button. For rich, oily food, it cleanses the fat from your tongue, so the next bite tastes as good as the first. One visual, the acid balance chart. It shows how acidity cuts through sweetness to keep your palate clear. The acid audit. Real-world pairings. Let's apply the acid audit to how you eat and drink across the globe. Example 1. Jisoo is in Seoul. She is eating spicy fried chicken. To handle heavy oil and intense spice, she picks a high-acid sake. It acts like a sharp reset button for her palate. Example 2. Sophia is in New York. She chooses a delicate light salad. She picks a low-acid sake to match gentle, subtle flavors without overpowering the greens. The auditor's reassurance. Do not panic if you see a high acidity number, like 2.0. As a pharmacist, I can tell you this. In a well-crafted sake, it does not taste like harsh vinegar. Instead, it can feel like the juicy acidity of a high-quality white wine. Your safe action plan to keep your next meal balanced. Use these audited guidelines. Safe default. Look for around 1.4. It is a common middle zone that works for many palates. The pro phrase. At a shop or restaurant, say this. I want something with a crisp and clean finish. Next step. Next time you eat something oily or rich, try a high-acidity sake on purpose. Notice how it cleanses your tongue. If you want, I put a simple one-page cheat sheet in the description. Rule 3. The depth audit. Amino acids. Rule 3. Use amino acids to judge the complexity and depth of the liquid. As a pharmacist, I think of amino acids as flavor-building blocks. These compounds come from rice proteins. During the brewing process, they help create the savory, mouth-watering profile we call umami. The depth analysis. By checking the amino acid level, you can predict the volume of the taste. High amino acids, more depth, more structure. A longer aftertaste, low amino acids, a cleaner profile. Simple, straightforward. The temperature audit. Perception shifts. Your perception is not static. It changes with temperature. Warming sake can act like a catalyst. Savory notes can feel bigger and more present. The effect of warmth. Gentle heat can boost aroma and the intensity of umami. Auditor's tip. Start gentle when warming. Overheating can mute the delicate nuances you want to enjoy. The auditor's verdict. Think of temperature as a lens. Cold sake focuses on crispness. Warm sake focuses on expanded umami. One visual. The umami sensor. It shows perception shifts. How temperature can make the same flavor-building blocks feel bigger on your palate. The amino audit. Adapting to your environment. Let's audit how these flavor-building blocks perform in different climates around the world. Case study 1. Hugo is in Berlin. It is a freezing winter night. He targets a high amino acid sake. He warms it gently. Savory building blocks feel bigger, and it becomes liquid comfort. Case study 2. Kai is on a sunny beach in Australia. He chooses a low amino acid sake. He drinks it ice cold. He prioritizes sharp refreshment over complex depth. The auditor's correction. Many people dismiss amino acids as just extra protein. As a pharmacist, here is the clearer science. In brewing, amino acids act like pillars. They add structure and complexity to the flavor profile. They are the difference between a flat drink and a drink with a rich, lingering finish. Your safe action plan. Use these calibrated guidelines for your next purchase. Safe default. If you want a clean, straightforward taste, pick a low amino acid number. The pro phrase. When you speak to a sommelier, say this. I prefer a light-bodied and clean sake. The lab experiment. To understand the umami sensor, try the same bottle 2 ways. First, ice cold, then slightly warm. Notice what changes as the temperature rises. Numbers are helpful, but they are not perfect rules. First, some modern breweries do not show these numbers. They want you to enjoy the taste without bias. Second, aroma can trick your brain. A fruity smell can make you think the sake is sweet, even when the SMV says it is very dry. Third, labels and measurements can vary by brewery or by country, so always check the back label for the specific 3 numbers. If you feel lost, ask the staff for a safe default. And remember this, drink water between glasses of sake. It helps you stay hydrated. and enjoy the flavors longer. Before you go, if sake still feels confusing, that is normal. Most beginners guess and end up disappointed. I want you to feel calm and confident with sake so you can enjoy the moment, not the label. On this channel, I explain sake in simple English. I am a certified sake sommelier. I share practical tips you can use today: how to drink sake, how to choose sake, and how to enjoy it even more. So if you want to feel confident with sake, please subscribe. And if this video helped you, please hit like and leave a comment. Tell me what you are eating today: sushi, yakitori, or something else, and I will tell you the safest taste word to try.
Thank you for watching Sake Visual. Subscribe for more visual sake guide. And now, kanpai.